I'm working from the New Perspectives Access 2007 textbook. I'm on page 251. I'm working on the review assignment, step 11. In this step, we're asked to create a lookup from the product table to the company table. We're asked to show the company name first, the company ID second. We're also told not to hide the key column. Company ID is the key column. It is the foreign key in this particular table. It is the field that is bound. It's the value that is stored. The default in Access Lookup is to hide the key column. When we look at my drop-down list, we see that my key column has been hidden. My combo box is working correctly. As far as I can tell, we're going to go in and double check that. But my key column is hidden. So what are my options? I can, of course, delete the key column and redo this again, but that's going to take too long. What we need to remember about Access is that in order to hide a column in Access, Access sets the column width to 0. So what we need to do is go into Design View, go into the Company ID field, and normally we'd come in at the General tab and click on Lookup. And we're seeing here that it's a combo box. The row source is a table or query. We see the select statement. We're going to zoom in on that select statement. And I have upped my font size to 16 to make it easier to read. We see that we've selected the company name and the company ID from the company table, and we're ordering by company ID. That's what it says. Company ID is the second field. It's the second column. The bound column is the second column. I have to bind company ID. I can't bind company name because company name is not stored in the product table. Company ID is stored. So that has got to be the bound column. The column count is 2. We see that from the select statement. The column heads are not showing. What that simply means is when I go in here and I click my drop down arrow, I don't see company name at the top of this particular column. It just gives me the values that are in the drop down list. I'm going to go back here. And I see that my column widths, the first one is 1.65 and the second one is 0. 0 means it's hidden. So what I need to do to unhide it is I'm going to come in here and I'm going to set my column width to something like 0.75. I'm just guessing that that's going to be okay. Now what I have to do is I have to take these two numbers, add them up, and put the total of those two numbers into the list width. This is how wide each column is. The first one is 1.65, the second one is 0.75. When you add them together, they create the list width. When I put those into my calculator and add them up, I come up with 2.4. So I'm going to put 2.4 in there, and I'm going to make sure that I leave the little inches sign there on the end. Now I'm going to go check it. I have to save my table first. I'm going to click, and I'm going to click my drop-down list. Now you see that now my key column is showing. However, the columns are not really wide enough. So I'm going to go back into this list widths, and I'm going to up both of them. And I'm going to take the column widths for the first one and do 1.8, and for the second one I'm going to do 0.8, and when I add those two together I'm going to get 2.6. So I'll put that one in here and I'll try it again. I'll click my drop down list, and now I can see both of my entries. So in this segment we looked at how to unhide a key column and also how to go into the properties for your combo box and change the widths of the columns and the list width to better show the values that are shown in your drop-down box.